everyone's safe. It's over. We did it, Case. We did it.
Thanks for coming.
You getting medals or concrete boots?
Neither. But I can start with an apology.
Damn straight.
I'm not sure how you pulled it off, but it's not lost on me that you prevented one of the greatest catastrophes of our time.
So you want us back?
Something like that. Can we trust one another?
Working on it.
Right now you have something of great value. Anonymity. You're in the shadows.
No shit. We've always been in the shadows.
Not like this. Your reach is greater than it's ever been. We need you, Woods. All of you. I can provide whatever you need. Accommodations, resources, cash, additional manpower. All of it off the books.
I thought the Cold War was over. No more need for, what was it? Global gunslingers.
Yes. The Cold War may be over, but the world is more dangerous than it's ever been. The nature of our enemy is unclear now.
What do you want us to do about it?
What you've always done. Protect us. Harrow may be gone, but not the Pantheon. I need you back in Avalon.
You think it's still a threat?
I do. And worse. Whatever cabal brought Harrow into the Pantheon still lives inside our house. We thought they were long gone. But it turns out, they never left.
Talking back a detonator. Programming us since before I hickory dickory. Vile, vulgar, and viciously feeding into you visibly. They love warfare, and wherever the violence go, we say send more there. Then the money and power grows until they don't care. Not just dollars, the death of ours will be our fare. On the highway of death, hitchhiking, yeah, I'm there. Life and death got your rival stifled, and yes, I'm him. I'm opposing all of these evil.
Well, that was Call of Duty Black Ops 6 storyline. And I just want to have some closing moments, since I know this video is going to be kind of short because I had to cut the last episode off, basically the end of this mission, because of how PlayStation's file save system works. Honestly, pretty great story overall. I think it was great. The only thing I'm not a fan of is the very little amount of open battles. But this is a problem with me, not necessarily the game. I've always just been a fan of Call of Duty when they try to do something outrageously epic, like a movie scene. And this game felt very, this game felt very Black Ops, right? It felt very, 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 very Black Ops with the small unit, tactical, kind of objective-based gameplay. But I think that's why Modern Warfare has always been my go-to when it came to storylines, and that's because it was more open, right? You had a lot of, like Modern Warfare 3 and at least Modern Warfare 2 specifically, had a lot of open battles, right? Had a lot of bigger scenes, right? Like you had, going into Afghanistan with a whole, infantry division. I think that's kind of more my alley. But overall, I think it's great. I think the ending's good. This is a better ending than what we had last year's Modern Warfare 3's ending, because they didn't do some dumb shit like killing Soap, and then having Makarov just get away when he obviously could have been caught. Now I wonder how this is going to play in with the seasonal based content coming, season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever. And then obviously the next Black Ops game, because I believe there's a rumor that the next Black Ops game will be coming right after this game. So 2025, 2026 will be Black Ops 7 or Black Ops 2 Remastered. I don't know what it will be. But I know that it looks like they're going down that 2-year cycle road. So then after that, we probably have a 2-year period of Sledgehammer games, etc. And so very excited to see how this campaign's story arc progresses going forward, because that's how it's kind of been the MO for the last about 7 years, 8 years now, since Modern Warfare 2019, where the stories gets added on to throughout the game's life cycle and then picks back up whenever the next title in that series comes into tuition. And so I'm very excited to see how they go into it. Obviously, I think Case is alive. I think that there's going to be a moment in this story where he's not going to be here. I think Case will not be here for a couple seasons, but I think by like season 4, 5, or 6, he will definitely make an appearance and be a bigger part of the story then, because we never seen Case die, and they say Harrow is dead as well. But the weird thing is we never see her die either, right? The last thing we see is him holding her throat, and that's kind of where it cuts off. So I'm very interested to see if maybe both of them are alive somehow, and maybe both of them become part of Pantheon or become anti-Pantheon down the road. But we'll have to wait and see with that. Probably my favorite characters probably would be the new characters they've added. This game with what's her name, Sev and Felix. They were really cool characters. They were really funny, and they brought a good bit of comedic value to the experience. One note that I will make too, I don't know if anyone else will take notice to this, but is it just me, or does Wood seems very sassy in this game? I don't know what it is. Like, he seems more sassy than before. Like his remarks, the way he says things, when he says things, just all seems very sassy, and I love it. I think it's a funny side of Soap. The same way how Captain Price kind of got more goofy in the revamped versions of the Modern Warfare series compared to the original series. How the original series he's a little more serious, at least from my memory. And he seemed a little, but not a crazy amount, but a little bit more goofy. He had more jokes and stuff, better timing. And I think that's kind of how they're doing with Woods now, and with this series is kind of bringing Woods back, but in a way where it's like kind of he adds, since he can't really fight all that much because he's in a wheelchair obviously, but they're adding a way for him to be able to be in the story and be quite important to the story, which I appreciate. But yeah, I think I don't know anyone who actually thought Adler was going to be evil. I know there were some things going around online before this game launched, that Adler was going to be a bad guy. I don't think anyone really believed that. The only way I would have thought about that, him being evil, is because of the ending for Black Ops Cold War, when he kills your character at the end. But I believe that is Black Ops Cold War when it takes place, I believe, after this game in the timeline, if I remember correctly, or I don't think it's before. It might be before. I'm not 100% confident in that. Correct me if I'm wrong down below, but that could be a different version of Adler, or a later version or earlier version of Adler. But in this game, I didn't get the feeling that Adler was anti the CIA, like some people had initially assumed. But yeah, overall, another thing, just real quick, that doesn't make any sense, is what is the cradle? Because our character is exposed to it in the one mission where he fights zombies and stuff, right? And he's fine. But in this mission, he gets exposed to it for a fraction of a second, and he becomes chaotic, right? He starts freaking the fuck out. So I'm very curious on what is the cradle. Is it two separate things? Is it my character went through in that mission different than the cradle that he interacts with you at the end of the game? I'm very interested to know, because if it's just what we saw at the beginning in that first mission, that's what the cradle is, then I don't really see how it's really a biomechanical weapon, because it's just a drug that makes you hallucinate a lot for an extended period of time, and then it goes away, is what it seems. So very interested to see how that plays into anything, really. I don't even know if the cradle will become a very big thing anymore, since it seems to be dealt with. But we'll have to see if they play that in somehow in the future. But with that being said, man, that is the video, man. I am now going to go back to the grind for Dark Matter and Nebula. I was doing this a little bit earlier. I'm probably going to space these videos out, maybe like 2 or so a day, starting tomorrow, or the day that you're seeing this, which will be the day after I'm recording this, because I'm recording this on the 24th. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so excited for the Black Ops series grind that's coming up. It's been enjoyable. The game has its moments. I'm not a fan of the multiplayer as a whole. I'm going to power through it for you guys, get Dark Matter. But I don't think this is a multiplayer experience that would go down on my list of favorites all that much. But with that being said, love you guys. You're kind. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.